Hi everyone, this is a project on the current trends in fan engagement by Jordan Murphy for Sports Marketing 301 at Samford University. So let's get into some of those current trends in fan engagement. A large majority of sports teams and organizations have recently adopted social media as part of their marketing and public relations strategies. Quote by Human Kinetics. Social media outlets such as Twitter, Reddit, and Instagram, along with many others, have helped to increase fan engagement in sports. From live streams, news, communication, and interaction, social media has given fans a way to better connect with their favorite sports teams. Let's take a look at Twitter. So here we're going to be looking at live sporting events and advertising. So let's start with live sporting events. When Twitter is used as a complement to TV, users show higher levels of engagement and memorability than when only following the event on TV. And here I have put the percentages. In addition, when Twitter is the only source for following a sports event, users also exhibit higher engagement and memorability compared to TV-only viewing, demonstrating the immersive experience a curated sports timeline can produce. I also have some charts at the bottom. Now we'll go into advertising. Advertising has more impact on fans following sports on both TV and Twitter. When the users follow sports on TV and Twitter, the levels of engagement go up 42% and the levels of memorability go up 52%. And there's also a graph for that one. Here are a few examples on the value of Twitter for sports fans. Shaquille O'Neal interacted with more than 30,000 fans within just a few months of launching his account in 2008, giving the fans the inside scoop on the games, practices, and into Shaquille O'Neal's life in general. And now let's talk about the Tour de France. So until a few years ago, the only way to find out the real-time information from this iconic race was from a chalkboard carried by a passenger on a motorbike traveling just ahead of the riders. Dimension Data, which is one of the team's sponsors, has this year enabled data to be relayed to TV viewers within seconds, thanks to the GPS and radio frequency chips carried on lightweight sensors attached to each bike. This provides intriguing insights into all aspects of the race, including individual moments such as high-speed collisions. Before, the fans could not get immediate updates on the race, but now, with things like this GPS and with the use of Twitter, they can get the live updates almost instantly, making it much more interesting to follow for them. Now I'm going to show a few examples of some other popular ways to implement fan engagement, and also some of the more creative ones that I have seen. First, we'll look at the Smart Jersey. So the Tampa Bay Lightning, which is a hockey team, embedded an RFID chip into the sleeve of all season ticket holders' jerseys. The fans wearing the jerseys automatically receive discounts in the club store and on all other retail stands. This chip in the jerseys with the discount made the fans want to buy more merch. It gave them more incentive to do that. So the stands were almost immediately filled with way more team colors, and it really got the team's logo and incentive for the fans really out there. Now let's take a look at virtual reality sports museums. VR has become a very large platform for sports and for other marketing teams to use because it allows the fans to literally immerse themselves into what they're interested in. One example of this is the US Bank Stadium, which is home to an incredible interactive experience for fans to delve into before and after games at the stadium. The old museum has been upgraded to incorporate interactive and virtual reality elements across its 10,000 square feet. This now enables fans to see how their running and jumping skills compare with those of their heroes and to catch passes while wearing the VR headset. So, once again, it literally lets them immerse themselves into the sport and feel like they are more involved in it. Another one that I think will become very popular and already is popular right now is the fan-designed website. One example of this is given by AS Roma. The European Football Club's new website content is based on suggestions from fans of what they want after they were asked and their responses were listened to. As a result, the club has a website that it already knows caters for some of its fans' requirements and is more likely to see increased engagement with the site and its income-generating potential. So the fans feel like they have a say in what they see, which in this case they do. More fans will want to be more involved if they feel like they're actually being heard by their teams or their organizations. Now we're going to take a look into sports betting, which just recently has become legal and is going much further than I think most people believe. So many teams are increasingly turning to sports betting, as it is now at the forefront of fan engagement. While it brings in fan engagement, it also brings in revenue. Some teams like the Suns and the Washington Wizards are already adding sportsbooks in their arenas. On this slide, I have a chart with partnerships that have been announced so far. The MLB, NBA, NHL, NFL, UFC, they have all started adding sports betting into their regime. And lots of the partners include MGM Resorts, FanDuel, DraftKings, Fox Bet, William Hill, Caesars, and WinStar Casino. Legal sports betting, which is now available in 22 states with other 5 expected to launch this year, is directly related to increasing fan engagement within the sports media world. Fitch Senior Director Colin Mansfield said, as states continue to legalize sports betting, sports leagues are expected to continue partnering with casinos and sports betting operators to boost fan engagement. How does sports betting increase fan engagement? Because more sports bettors means more sports television viewers. Now let's take a look at Instagram and how that has impacted fan engagement. Instagram's popularity, along with its ability to share media content, makes it a particularly effective tool for sport teams. Teams can use Instagram to reach their current and new audiences, encourage interactions with the sports product, and build positive associations towards their brand. All of the teams in the 2015 to 2016 EPL seasons had established an official Instagram presence, and research indicates that visual content such as pictures and videos boosts fan engagement. That is an older statistic, but we can move forward and see how now pretty much every sports team, if not all of them, now have an Instagram presence. As part of the wider social media family, Instagram can positively impact the affiliation of fans towards their team, as well as the team's revenues. Now let's take a look at how Instagram is affecting the revenues and the engagement. So, what is social commerce? Social commerce is simply the process of selling your products directly through your social channels. The reason that sports teams should care about this is because social commerce is currently an $80 billion industry, but it is expected to grow to over $600 billion in the next 7 years. So we are not only seeing these predictions coming from marketing analysts, but also from some of the biggest social networks. There has been the introduction of Facebook and Instagram's social storefront, a very dramatic UI change to support shopping and Reels in Instagram's history. And TikTok has partnered with Shopify to bring its 1+ million merchants the power to sell directly through the app. Instagram creates personal ads depending on who you follow. For example, if you actively follow the Bucks, you might see an ad selling Bucks merchandise. This feature allows Instagram fans to be exposed to their favorite team's merch and to buy that merch all on the same platform. In turn, this brings more fans to the merch websites and increases sales. So if you put it in front of them, where they are already going to be, which is on Instagram and Twitter, they are going to look at it. Most are not going to go to a separate website, but if it's popping up on their page, it's going to catch their attention. That's why the Instagram shopping and the ads are a huge game changer for fan engagement and also revenue sales. Here is my list of sources. Thank you so much for watching this presentation. I hope you enjoy. And if you are interested in learning more about these topics and getting in deeper with what I've talked about in this, you can go to any of these links and check it out for yourself. Thank you.